Hey everyone, it's Monday, July 7th, and these are the New York Times Games, Custom Connections, and Amazing Word Games. I have one quick thing I want to talk about before we get into Wordle. It'll be about a minute or two, and not too much of your time. But what I first want to say is I truly believe we have the best and the greatest puzzle solvers and gamers on YouTube, on my channel. The amount of comments we have, the banter in a good way, the personal connections we have with the games, the personal connections we have with each other through the power of game. I can't replicate that. I can't describe exactly how this came to be, but I truly believe we have the best community among all the communities on YouTube for these types of games, at least. Okay, and another thing I want to say is looking at my analytics, which I don't pay too much attention to, but when I do, they show some interesting stuff. 83% of my views come from people that are not subscribed, and I believe that's purely from the shorts. So I need to ramp up my short content without taking away from this main video. So what I'm going to probably do is take Wordle and Connections, condense those solves into two decently length shorts with the key highlights of those two solves, and release those about midday of the day that the video comes out. So I think that's probably the best course of action to satisfy everyone that watches my videos, because I did have a drop off of a couple subscribers when I stopped making shorts of Wordle and Connections. So I need to ramp that back up. I think that's how people watch content nowadays. So I need to satisfy both fan bases, so to speak, and I think that's how it's going to work, right? Okay, let's get into Wordle. I'll join you there. All right, everyone, thank you for watching the intro if you did, and let's get down to business. Our starting word today is crew for Wordle, courtesy of Finley Taipan. So let's put it in and see what we get. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. And crew, spelled this way, gets us nothing at all. Okay, so it'd be nice to get an S, a T, an N, and an L. Looks like slant would be a good choice. It's got Salé letters without the E, which we don't really need, so let's try slant. Oh, okay. All right, so this might be an L in the fourth position. So let's imagine what that looks like. Spilt, could be double T, it could be stilt. Well, I like, it could be split. Okay, well, I like stilt. Yeah, if it's not that, then I'll be able to determine if it's split or spilt. But I think other than that, that's all the options I have. So let's try stilt. Stealth in 3. Yes. All right, another 3. I love it. I love when that happens. So this is my 300th game on this account. 116 are 3, so that's 40%, I'd say. I don't know the exact percentage, but not bad. Okay, very good. And yeah, let's go to the wheel of names here. No new additions for today, so let's give it 3 shuffles. And I'll say something real quick during the spin here, okay? So the reason I don't do a lot of analytics on Wordle and Connection solves is because I just have so many games I play. So that's why I don't do that, for those who are wondering. All right, so our word for tomorrow to start with is ramen, courtesy of David Cornelius. So very great letters. Should be fun to start with, and join me if you wish. And let's take it off the wheel. Okay, let's move on to Connections. July 7th, here we go, 69-day streak. Here we go. All right, so we have dog, dribble, secret, footprint, rat, shoot, leak, splash, banana, source, canary, block, mark, pass, hat, and impact. Okay. A rat and a canary are sort of like people who let a secret out. You could be a leak. It could be a source, I guess, kind of like a mole. A spy, but not in a good way. Okay, so that's probably green or yellow, I'd say. You can make an impact, you can make a mark, you can make a splash, you can make a footprint. So just have some influence on something, I suppose. Then we have dribble, shoot, block, and pass. That's basketball stuff. And then that leaves us with dog, banana, hat, and secret. Okay, that's probably purple. Top dog, top secret, top hat, top banana, which is not a phrase I hear very often, but I've seen it in crosswords a couple times. So top blank. Okay, good. I think the basketball stuff, being it sport related, would probably be blue. Basketball actions. Basketball moves, okay. Probably you have an impact, you have a splash, you have a footprint, you make a mark. Make a mark, make a splash, make a footprint, make an impact. Yeah, I like that. You have some influence on something. Big impression, okay. And then rat, source, canary, and leak, just you're like a mole. You let the secrets out. Informant, okay. Yes, all right. It's been a while since I had a bingo, bango, bongo in Connections, but today's the day. 70-day streak, which I think is pretty impressive, considering the difficulty of some puzzles we've had. And again, I don't give any analysis because I play so many games, but do believe me, I do have things to say about these games. I just don't, because otherwise it would be an hour-and-a-half long video with breaking down and analyzing and giving my quips and comments about the games. But I'll save you the time and move on to custom connections. All right, custom connections today is by Tiger Joe. It's entitled Too Late for Canada Day, Tiger number 10. So we have flame, jet, crown, home, drug, young, tire, queen, beaver, bay, leaf, bison, wheat, senator, rose, and front. Okay. Yeah, I like this one, Tiger Joe. This is good. The flames, the jets, the senators, and the Leafs. These are NHL teams, Calgary, Winnipeg, Toronto, and Ottawa. So let's just pop that in. Yeah. Okay. Yonge Street is I say the street in Canada. It's very long and very important. Bay Street's in Toronto as well. So is Queen and Front Street. These might all be Toronto streets, to be honest with you. Okay, yeah, I see it. These are big streets in Toronto. Yeah. Okay, so in Ontario, where I live, the crown is the symbol on the license plates. Bison, I believe, is Manitoba's symbol. The rose is Alberta. It's wild rose country. And wheat would be Saskatchewan, because that's what Saskatchewan is wheat. That's what they grow and that's what they do. A lot of farms. Very flat. So these are symbols on license plates in different Canadian provinces. There you go. And Home Hardware, Shoppers Drug Mart, Canadian Tire, and Beaver Lumber. These are parts of very famous Canadian companies. There you go. Yeah, that was a good one for me, Tiger Joe. I'm not sure how everyone else is going to do, but it was up my alley. Okay, let's move on to our preview of tomorrow's custom puzzle. It's Jack Won a Cowbell at the Lottery by Lolbit. So I look forward to doing it. You can do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. and we'll talk about it tomorrow for sure. All right, let's go on to strands. All right, our title is to be determined once I click on this play button, but it was by Christina I, Tracy Bennett editing. So the theme today is Hello Mudda, Hello Fada. That must be referencing something I don't get. Hello Mudda, Hello Fada. So it's like a letter. A letter from a kid that's not with their parents. From school or from camp or something. I don't know. Okay, I see a flagpole here. Flagpole. I don't think that's the spangram. I do see summer here. Summer camp. Flagpole. Lake. Field. Okay, yeah, this is plausible. Is this a spangram? Summer camp? There we go. All right, I think we're on the way to an Iranian perfect, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. So flagpole, lake. I'm going to hold off on field for a second. I don't have a good feeling about that. A tent? No, I don't think so. You wouldn't be in a tent at summer camp. I think you'd be in a cabin or something. 4 more words, eh? Teens? No, I don't think teens would say mudda and fada. Bunk? Bunk. Okay, bunk. Lodge. Let's try it. Bunk? Yeah. Lodge. Field house. Oh, and canteen. Okay. That makes sense. Field house. Canteen. Okay. Somehow I got an Iranian perfect there. Oh, okay. Hello Mudda, hello Fada. I'm just going to move on. I don't have very little to say about that. I haven't been to summer camp, but I appreciate it as a good time. So, okay, let's move on to hang 5. Puzzle 701. Okay, we have a 7, a 6, and 3 5s. All right, now the new strategy, I guess, would be to do vowels right away, but I think that's a bit of a strategy I don't want to do. So let's at least do RST. I should do those vowels first. There's always one of R, S, and T that are not there. Let's just do L and N. Okay. A gallon, a liter. No, it's not gallon. And it wouldn't be a liter anyways. Huh. D? Okay. Field? No. Oh man. I gotta slow down here. Okay, what would this be? Latex? I don't think I want to try an X. Don't know what else it would be though. Y? No, I'm going to throw caution to the wind to do the X. Yeah, okay, latex. Latex balloon. Pollen? Oh, common allergies. Pollen, latex, peanuts. Dairy, lactose. Mold? Okay. Okay, what's this going to be then? It's got to be a consonant pairing. Wheat. Yeah, okay. Common allergies. I'm in the top 27%, 56% solve rate. Okay, probably the X put people off. Yeah, because even the I wasn't there. Huh. Okay, that's a tough one. Let me know who you did, and let's move on to sports connections. All right, puzzle 287. Judge, Soto, F1, drive, tackle, Hernandez, forced fumble, change, sack, days of thunder, of scrimmage, interception, Ford v Ferrari, Alonso, Talladega Nights, and Guerrero. Well, I think Talladega Nights, Ford v Ferrari, F1, and Days of Thunder, these are racing movies, or at least, yeah, car racing movies. Racing movies, okay. Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge. I think we have line stuff. Line change, line of scrimmage, line drive, line judge. Oh, okay, in tennis. Line blank. Yeah. A sack, a forced fumble, a tackle, an interception. I think these are stats for the defense in football. Okay. And I think these are sluggers in baseball. My boy Vladdy, yeah, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., home run derby champion. So I'd say sluggers. That's a very apt description of them, I suppose. All right, very good. Let me know who you did, and let's move on to letter loop. Okay, so we have puzzle 513. So we have T, B, R, D, I, E, E. Okay, debit and tried. Yes. Okay, what was that, like 8 seconds? 7 seconds, all right. 6 people have played, average solve of 1:30. Good day for me. Okay, let's move on to word salad. So we have puzzle 494, in the desert. Sand, obviously. Oasis. Only 3 more words, eh? A camel. Scorpion. And a mirage. Yeah, maybe a mirage of an oasis. Alrighty then, 27 seconds. Very, very neat. Let's just say that. Okay, Canuckle's next, and we'll do Canuckle and Canuckle Plus. But for Canuckle, we'll do Maple to start with. And that gives us A and M out of position. I could do word like drama to lock down where the A goes. But I think we have a bit of leeway here. Could do scams, but I'd rather not do 2 S's. How about charm? Okay, A is locked in, M is still yet to be determined where it goes. Could be a mass. I'm not a big fan of that though. Let's do foams and see what pops up here. Okay. Probably ends with Y, I'd say. But it doesn't have to. It's not drama. Huh. It's not Swami. Well, I'm really considering a double A, like an A and then AMA. So, I'm not sure what that would be though. Might have to do a filler word here. Tying? Let's do tying, see what that leads us to. I. Is this going to be a nonsense word? Umami? Might as well be a nonsense word. Wow. Umami, known as the fifth flavor, is all about rich, savory taste, and Canada has plenty to offer. From the smoky depth of maple glazed bacon to the bold bite of aged cheddar and wild mushrooms, Canadian cuisine is packed with umami-rich flavors. Whether it's a comforting plate of poutine with hearty gravy or a delicious tourtière, these tastes prove Canada knows how to bring savory satisfaction to the table. All right, very good. Let's pop over to Canuckle Plus here. All right, 6 or 7 today? 7, okay. Well, let's do tickles, because why not? Okay, T and C are out of position. C are... maybe not. I could just do 7 new letters again. That might be something to try. Crafty? No. ING is out. Something man. C-R-A. Crafty. No. Crafter. Why not? Let's give it a go. Nope. Okay. It starts with C though, so that's at least something. The only vowels left are U and O. It's not country, is it? No. That would be a guess though, but not a good one. C-H... C-H-O... Chowder? No. There's no T. Let's just do 7 new letters here. Pounded. Okay, C-O. Cowtown? Oh, I'm talking about the Calgary Stampede, Cowtown. Well, that's a bit of a silly word. Okay. All right, Calgary, Alberta is often nicknamed Cowtown because its rich, deep roots in ranching and cowboy culture. Every July, the city comes alive with the Calgary Stampede, a world-famous rodeo festival and exhibition that celebrates Western heritage with rodeo events, chuck wagon races, and lively music. It's a true Canadian celebration of prairie spirit and cowboy tradition. Okay, let's swing back here to Canuckle so we can be ready for tomorrow. And then we'll progress on to Cladder. Alright, Cladder, puzzle 1203. This is sour, foul. This is a foil, boil, toil, tail, rail, read, mead, oh, I did it again, main, pain. Alright. Alright, let's get into Bracket City. Alright, so word after desktop or laptop, computer. Kind of cafe full of computers. Internet, cyber, digital cafe. I don't know. I'll come back to that. Button that shoots you straight up out of a plane. Eject. Eject by foot. A kick. I don't know. Kick, boot. I don't know. Blank inclusive. All like some resorts. All inclusive. Rudolph's nose color. Red. Soil. Oil sold to the credulous. Snake oil. Garden with a talking snake. Eden. Alliance whose newest member is Sweden for short. NATO. Eject by foot. So when repeated, nightclub dancers or the blank that is their namesake. So I think it's boot. Yeah, it's boot. Okay. Well, I think they're called go-go boots, and I think they're called go-go dancers. So let's go. Light color, that means go. Okay. Yeah, because I see Andre, I see Jolly. Okay. This is green. Word after Andre the or Jolly Green. Giant. Okay. So first, probably impeachment of a U.S. senator. So it's Roald Dahl wrote about, that's probably air traffic controller, oft blocked troll. So the creature is a troll. So is this internet? Is this cyber? Is it digital? It's probably an internet cafe. I think that's the term. So let's try that. All right. So this will be a troll. All about those. Air traffic controller. Traffic. So James the Giant Peach is the name of the book. So this is Traffic Jam. This is Peach. Yes. All right. So Puppet Master again today. July 7th, 1797. First impeachment of a U.S. senator. Well, that didn't take long, I guess. 21 years. All right. Very good. Let me know how you did, and let's move on to stacked. Okay. So we have flop, tank, monkey, gutter, split, collapse, strike, fail, spare, frame, polo, bow or bow, donkey, turkey, and blouse. Okay, so lots of bowling stuff today. Okay, you can flop, you can tank, you can fail, you can collapse, you can bow, I guess. Monkey. What's monkey going to be? Okay, so gutter ball. I guess you could gutter too. Because spare, strike, frame, turkey, gutter are all bowling terms. Splits there too, though. Water polo. This is a tough one. Frame. Window frame. This is really tough. Okay, flop, tank, bow, collapse, and fail. Not, I guess, fall to pressure. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you just don't maintain your position, I guess. One less, okay. Maybe bow comes out. Not maintain your position. There we go. Be unsuccessful. Alright, so I'm thinking bow and blouse go together now. Well, there's a rain gutter and a rain bow. Okay, a strike, a spare, a split, a frame, and a gutter. Although turkey's there too. Maybe these are all animals ending with key. Yeah, we'll try. Okay, these are bowling terms. There we go. Animals that end with key. Okay. Bow and blouse. Clothes you put on a doll or something, a female doll. One wrong. Ooh. What? Polo. A polo and a blouse. These are shirts. Tops. Okay. And bows by itself. That's I don't know. I don't like that one. Because I guess you wouldn't put a blouse on a doll. But what's the difference between clothes for dolls and little humans, right? Fair enough, whatever. Okay, let's move on to categories. So we have bin, rugged, can, crate, bumpy, rocky, waste basket, jagged, raging bull, dumpster, locker, creed, alley, chest, rough, and trunk. Well, Creed, Ali, Raging Bull, and Rocky, these are all boxing movies. Okay. The waste basket, the bin, the dumpster, and the can, places to put trash. Okay. It's jagged, it's bumpy, it's rugged, it's rough, as in a road, not flat. Not smooth. Okay. Crate, locker, chest, and trunk. These are places to put your valuables. Storage items. There you go. Well, I nailed that one. Alright, let's move on to our last game of the video, which is CrossHerd. Puzzle 121. So we have sound a champagne cork makes pop. Camel's South American cousin, llama. Inspection of tax accounts, audit. Actors' roles. I don't know. Take to court, sue. Spanish-speaking priest, padre. Leave out is omit. Biter servings are pats. Swimming units, laps. occasion to wear a muumuu and lei. Luau. Okay, 36 seconds. So the actors' roles are parts. Okay, very good. Well, thank you for watching. Let me know how you did on any or all of the games. If you're interested in more word game action, check out my New York Times Mini Crossword short. If you'd like to join our quest to 500 subscribers, please feel free to subscribe. I'm sure you would not regret it. So yeah, and if you like the video, please leave a like, tell your friends of what we're doing here. We're having a great time playing a ton of games and sharing our stories and life experiences. And yeah, just having a great time together, which is what it's all about, right? Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.